fettered winds unsealed. I did what no one word could stand, and our sister just felt unknown. So I dared the name, and mother stitched him like it had of her own. Pain did not leave when you answered me. Over the last book through, a wound can bleed for 20 years, that ache because it's true. Children learned their measure before their wedding. Restorers ranked by gift and reached by what their hands could stay. Some mended skins, some steady walls, some held a failing gate. The city set our futures down before a heart knew fate. At 12 I bore a training spear, too proud to show the strain. The dawn god watched my rising light and taught my hand restraint. My master struck the marble floor and made my young bride hear. If stone receives your spear, first you failed the one held near. Then mother smiled with tired eyes, and father laughed like spring. They spoke of one more child to hold, one more small life to bring. I said I did not want a crib to steal my place from me, then listened from the corridor to every hope with greed. I had not seen your face at all, yet something in me grew. A brother's love, still unnamed then, was waiting before you. You came with night inside your hair, with red where dawn should lie. The room went still around your breath, but mother did not cry. She held you close against her chest. My father bowed his head. They feared the world that looked at you, not you, their child instead. I heard the whispers through the halls, no line, no class, no sign. But when I peered into your sleep, your little hand found mine. One evening after broken drills, I came back bruised with shame. My spear had slipped, my master's words still burned beneath my name. I leaned above your cradle dark, still bitter from defeat. A crimson aura rose from you and wrapped my grief in heat. The ache was gone too clean, too fast, as if you took its weight. I felt relief, then fear of it, then love arrived too late. I bent and spoke when no one heard, half wonder and half dread. You have a strange gift, little one, beside your shadowed bed. Weeks later, wrapped in hidden black, we walked the upper street. Your hair was tucked beneath soft cloth, your eyes kept out of sight. A crowd had gathered by the walls where tainted winds were named. Even Solarian voices shook when cleaner lands were stained. Grief, fear and anger crossed the air, too wide for you to choose. Your gift rose fast, no longer yours, and drank what none should lose. The silence fell too smooth, too quick, their steady voices faltered. The classifiers turned as one and knew what you had altered. Solarians never named for death, their words were colder still. Protection, study, sheltered room, saw your name inside the blanket meant to carry you where we could not abide. So if no tongue remembered us, if no one knew our claim, the cloth would keep you from the dark and give the world your name. They left when I was called away because they knew I'd run. I came back to an empty crib and childhood came undone. I took the spear I should have held and flew through hours of cold until I found that nearer ditch with wings cut from the gold. No sister cried beneath the trees, no black cloth could be found, only my parents' open sky and human voices around. Well, boys, there was one left. They laughed before they knew. I asked them where my sister was. Their hatred answered too. They saw a stolen human child, not black-haired Solarian blood. They said the girl was dead or gone and something drowned in mud. I will not sing what happened next. The spear remembers well. The voices stopped, the law broke first, and I returned from hell. They asked me who had struck us down with blood on skin and clothes. I said monsters came for us. I am the one who rose. For 20 years I buried you without a grave or proof. I polished grief into a blade and made my kindness cruel. I learned to laugh where hope had died, to cut before I cared, to call the living foolish things so loss would come prepared. Now you stand before me whole, and I am strange to you. I have no right to claim your past or